introduction to oriented programming is going to be the little tab data. PHP code create the class person. Remember, no parentheses there. Creating some properties, variables live. Okay, public variable is alive true. Public first name. So public is alive true is already declared here. So we're not going to be asking for that in the parentheses right here. So first name, last name, age is part of the public function construct. So first name, then last name, then age. So this goes to first name equals first name. This goes to last name. See, this is the part that kind of, ironically, this is the part that kind of confuses me. But I'll probably understand it more as we go. So creating a method, a function tied to an object, public function greet. All right, so we have return, which is the thing that renders the data, I guess you'd say. It renders the output, but doesn't necessarily display it. So public function greet, return, hello, my name is, quote, concatenate this to first name, concatenate, space, concatenate, this to last name, concatenate, quote, period, nice to meet you, winky, or smiley face, this thing, squiggle, squiggle. Creating a new person called Boring12345, who is 12345 years old. Ooh, that's another Tinder match. I am on fire. All right, me variable equals new person. Person is that class, I think. Yeah, class person. New person instantiation of the class, or if that's even the right word, Boring12345 is his name. 12345 years old. So printing out what the greet method returns, echo me to greet. So greet me, bitch. All right, so that works. Now I finally understand how this little bit of code works. We will check the Tinder match. Yes, she is fucking hot. Sorry guys, if you can see this girl, you'd understand. Alright. Enough of that. Building your first class. Great, now you know the technical terms. Smiley face. Let's start coding by reconstructing the person class. The basic class syntax looks like the following. Class, class name, squiggle, squiggle. The class keyword means that you create a new class. Duh. The syntax is quite similar to the function syntax, as you can create new instances of this class using the following syntax. Object1 equals new class name function, because it's got these things. It's got the little monkey face, monkey winky face, because it's got the little parentheses and whatever. I'm high. The new keyword means that you create a new object and ensures your arguments are added as. The new keyword means that you create a new object and ensures that your arguments are added as properties, so it initializes the constructor, which we're going to deal with later. Okay, so I'm starting to think the constructor wasn't necessarily like the name of something. It was like an actual piece of machinery or something, which we're going to deal with later. Bugs in my hair. All right. So that makes sense. Okay, so obj1 is an object there, and it's saying object1 is a new class name. Okay, so that makes sense. It just kind of brings into existence a new class. All right, we don't need to pass any arguments as we haven't added any properties which can store different values depending on the instance quite yet. Add a pair of PHP tags in line 9. Let's see if this is like Sublime Text. Type PHP and tab twice. PHP, tab. Nope. That's bullshit. Alright, less than, question mark. Let me move that out of the way. Question mark, PHP, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this. Alright, so this thing, bam, like that. Create a person class. So we're going to do class person, this, that. Create two instances of the person class, teacher, and student. What? Oh, person and student. Teacher and student. All right. What? Oh, that's not how that's done. What the fuck am I thinking? All right, so this goes down here. We're gonna do teacher equals new person monkey face. Ooh. Yeah, no errors, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Monkey face. The new keyword means that you create a new object and ensures that your arguments are added as properties. So it initializes the constructor. We don't have to deal with the constructor yet. All right, create two instances of person, class, teacher, student. All right, let's see what happens. Pasha! All right, start next lesson. Man, we are killing shit tonight. 4 out of 10. Still got my fucking stuck pixel right there. I got this little blue pixel right here on my brand new Dell. And it's a blue pixel. Chaps my ass. Property panic 1. Great work. Now we can add some properties to our class. As you remember, properties are pieces of data bound to an object, and you can imagine an object as a bundle of information and actions. Class fruit. Public variable count equals 3, so that one's stuck. All right, public type. Apple new fruit. There's no fruit. Yep, fruit up here. Apple type equals apple. Print apple count. Oof, that's really, really complex. All right, it's gonna kind of walk us through what the fuck that whole thing is right there. First, we check Tinder because we're starting to wonder why a girl hasn't answered to our cheesy advances. Oh yes, she has. All right, more cheesy advances, more tea. Oh, more burning of the mouth. Oh, gulp it. Gulp it. All right, in the example above, we first created a new class called fruit. Class fruit, squiggles, public equals count 3. All right, then we add a property count and set its value to 3. Got it. Next, we add a property type, but we don't store anything in it yet. Public type. Next, we add a property type, but we don't store anything in it yet. After the class definition, we create a new instance of fruit and store it in apple. Then we set the type property of apple to the string apple. Okay, so it makes the apple variable be the type of apple. Finally, we print out the two properties of apple. Let's try this out. Add a public isAlive property to the person class. All right. Yeah, like this. Public person equals. Wait. Hang on. This thing is alive. Yes. Oh, it's not yes, and it's not a minus sign. What the hell are you guys? You're supposed to be telling me these things. What the fuck do I keep you guys around for? All right, add a public is alive property to the person class. Okay. And assign the value true to is alive like the count property above. Add 3 further public properties to the person class. First name, last name, age. All right. Public first name. Don't assign any values to these like the type property above. Echo the value of teachers is alive property. Echo the value of teachers is alive property. Let's see. How did we do this here? Is alive is 1, so I guess that means true. Was this correct? Did we do it? Yep, we got it correct. Booyah, Grandma. Alright, start next lesson. 4 out of 10. I still feel like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on this thing. Property Panic Part 2. Good job. Now we have some properties. But right now, teacher and student are the same, which should be changed immediately, correct? Smiley face. The solution. We have to create a constructor to create different objects. This constructor is also a method. Convoluted. This constructor is also a method, but you don't need to worry about this fact just yet. The syntax. Public function construct. Prop object 1, comma. Oh, there's a little scroll right here. Prop comma 1, prop comma 2, squiggle. This to prop 1 equals prop 1. This to prop 2 equals prop 2. Alright, cool. That makes sense. So you should remember the public keyword and the arrow notation. You're creating a function bound to a class, a method. The constructor method has to be called construct. Finally, the weird way to assign values, this to prop 1 equals prop 1, means that the value you pass in construct function via the new keyword is assigned to this, which represents the object you are dealing with, and prop 1 is the actual property of the object. By creating a new instance using the new keyword, you can actually call this construct method, which constructs the object, and that's why we have to pass in some arguments when we create an instance of a class, since this is how the properties get set. That makes sense. It's fucking stupid, but it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. Add a constructor to person with 3 parameters: first name, last name, and age. Add a constructor to person with 3 parameters: first name, last name, age. Class person. Public function construct. Alright, so this is how we're going to do this. Public. I don't think function is the name of it. Are we doing a function? You see, this is where things get a little bit fucky. Public function. Okay. I hope I'm doing this right. Last name equals. Echo the age of student. The age of student. Something got me. All right, so we've got to figure this one out. All right, the age. What's going on here on line 22? What's going on? Teacher equals new person, boring. Yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. This opens, this closes. I should have put another one of these, I think. There we go. Echo age. The age of student. Trying to get property of non-object, line 25. Student is not an object. Age, student. Let's try that. Let's get a hint. Class, class name. Public, prop 1, true. Public, prop 2, 3, 4. Public function, construct. I swear to God if he has the same shit I've got. Construct. Props 1, 3, 3, 4. This prop equals prop. Prop. This. Okay, so this could be on a new line. We've pretty much got the same code so far. So object equals new class name. Oh, object 1 to property 1. All right, cool. It worked. All right, I have no idea what I just accomplished right there, but once again, we passed it. All right, sweet. Yes. I feel like I've got a better understanding of this. A method to the madness. Great work. Now the hardest and longest part is behind us. As you've seen, methods, functions bundled into objects, have the following syntax: public function, function name, optional parameter, do something. All right. And we know the construct function is a special one, which is called when a new object is created using a new keyword. Furthermore, we've learned we have to use this keyword if we want to access some properties in a class. So, like we did with the teacher age thing. So, if we want a method to return a sentence containing the first name, we would have to use this first name. As you can see, there is no dollar when you access a property in a class. Calling a method is similar to accessing a property. You just have to add the parentheses. Instructions. Add a method called greet to your class. This method ought to return hello, my name is. All right. So all right, so public function method 1, this thing, this thing. Which ones are we looking for? Oh, greet. Be sure you're putting in all these spaces here, because that seems to be a common problem. Okay. Public function greet. Call this new greet method on teacher and student and echo the results to the page. Oh, snap. Yep. I think we did it without the hint. Sweet. Alright, take another sip. Fuck it. Oh, the stevia didn't get stirred up. So it was just a lump at the a lump at the bottom. Alright, part 7 of 10. God, I feel like we've been doing this for 3 years. Putting it all together, part 1. Well done, you've reconstructed the person class. Let's create another class, a dog class. It should have a public property, numLegs, which stores the value 4. Furthermore, there should be the possibility to give every dog a name using a construct or constructor. Of course, we also need some methods as a dog is able to bark. Our dogs are also able to introduce themselves to greet, so we'll also need... Good God. Serious? At least we'll need 2 cute dogs. At last we'll need 2 cute dogs. That's it. Let's start. You'll find the basic syntax for the tasks and the hints, so don't worry. And although this looks like a huge task, it's actually quite easy. So this time let's create our class and add the properties. Alright, let's try and do this the way the instructions say first, and then we'll look at the hint if we still can't get it. So this thing, the PHP thing, enter, 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 this thing, that thing, enter. So create a dog class. So public class, this thing, stores the value 4 to the dog class. What the fuck does that mean? Does that mean this? I mean, hell, how am I supposed to know? Yeah, I'm already gonna have to get the hint because I just... Alright, so you add the PHP, creating a class, class name. So we already fucked up right here, so... Okay, so add a new class. Create a dog class. Okay, so class dog. Class dog. Adding public properties. Public properties equals 123. Public properties equals 4. Okay. Hang on. Add a public property called numLegs, which stores the value 4 to the dog class. Add another public property called name, which doesn't contain a value. Name. Add the constructor method, which accepts name as a parameter. What? Adding a constructor to be added after the properties in a class. Public function